what advice would you give to someone who's considering going to VidSummit next year? Like, yeah, let's say they're going to get their ticket. What advice would you give to them when it comes?
Good, come with an open mind. Come ready to learn. Come with a notepad too, because it's gonna be a lot of stuff that you gonna want to write down and remember. A lot of contacts as well. Come with some contact cards ready, preferably business cards or digital contact cards, and just prepare to have fun because it was definitely a good adventure.
So our friend asked us, how do you want to ROI this event? All these things we learn in business, but it's hard to think how to apply them to our lives in that moment. And so what Lauren and I did is we actually kind of came up with a hit list per se. And so VidSummit has this Hoover app. And so over 2,000 people are on this app, and you get to do filters for what interests you, what your shared interests are, kind of like background of who you want to meet. And so my thought process was, coming from LA, like, wouldn't it be so beautiful if I met more people who I could see in person and have this energy with throughout the year. And so I filtered for people in Los Angeles, kind of jotted down some notes of who I'd like to meet, what we could talk about. And I actually came up and probably met 25% of the people. And that really inspired me to think more strategically. And I believe that I ROI'd my event. So I think it's just about planning with intention too.
The main thing I would say is that I've always been an introvert, and so I know there's a lot of people that are hesitant to go, and so I would say, just really make it a point to try to talk to people. I did go up to a few people, but that's only because I recognized them from, I went up to Silicon Valley Girl because I've seen her. Last year I spoke to Nick Nimmin, so I went up to people that I knew just because, when are you ever going to get to talk to these people in person, right? But then just go up to other random people. You'll be surprised what amazing relationships and friendships and partnerships, you can run into by just talking to random people. And the nice thing is that everybody there is so willing to talk. I actually had the people I actually met that I didn't know just came up to me. So at the very least, if you're not going to go up to people, at least have a friendly face maybe so people can approach you.
Bring a backpack. In that backpack, you have to have at least 4 things: a charger, a brick that charges when you can't find a plug. So a little, and not like those little things that get really heavy duty backup battery. Because if you're like me, you're going to get a lot of pictures. You're going to try to do interviews. Get you a lavalier mic that can have at least 2 people, and get ready to interview people on the spot. Take action immediately.